I don't know how much Player of does, but I'm assuming similar to the to the Licky Tongue. And this is almost the Player of range. But the question is, do they have it? Now they have it. I think we should survive with 1 HP, like couple HPs. Let's see. We should survive. Easy tank. Corsola is a beast. That's the title of the video. Easy tank. Corsola is a beast. 3500 ELO. Played by CGYFlamesFan. Hello and welcome. We're going to get into another video. And today's video, we have some battles from CGYFlamesFan. They hit number 26 in the Go Battle League leaderboard, 3507 with Corsola. Corsola is a newly busted Pokemon, the top ranking indeed. And you do need this Pokemon. And I'm sure that most people now are just using Eggs IV. But if you can get yourself on like a rank 1 traded with 0 friendship, you will grab yourself the best Pokemon, the entire Pokemon Go Open Great League. The team is pretty like straightforward. I have like an ABC team with like we have double Shadow Claw users and the Diggatsby in the lead for to answer those the Dunsparce. You could use Shadow Kanto Marowak, but Diggatsby right now is, if you don't have Shadow Kanto Marowak, you have to use Diggatsby. Shadow Kanto Marowak is like more of like an oppressive, more like of an offensive version of Diggatsby. Diggatsby is more like a bulky version of that. So the team is pretty straightforward. The team is pretty decent, and if you have these Pokemons, I recommend it. Totally recommend it. I wish to have a good Corsola so far. I'm still hatching like some bad IVs. I haven't traded any of mine yet, but hopefully I will get myself a Corsola and then we will start using it. Moveset wise, everything is typical PvPoke moveset. Corsola, Astonish, Nightshade, and Power Gem. What makes Corsola OP is that it has the stats of Lickitung, so assume that there is a Lickitung that is Ghost type with Astonish, the best fast move, and a Nightshade, which is a Fly clone or a Drill Run clone, and Power Gem, one of the best rock charge moves. Pretty decent Pokemon. It's actually pretty scary Pokemon as well. So that's why next season expect to see so many Dunsparce and so many Bidoof. No, not Bidoof. The thing that evolved from Bidoof. Without further ado, let's just go and watch these battles. I think they are on 2x speed, so I'm just going to slow them for a bit. And here in the lead, we are picking up an amazing lead, or like this is where we want to see the Wigglytuff. So how do you play this matchup? You throw on 7, but you get the I think you get you get the Scorching Sand on 7, so that's the first one is easy to throw, just insta throw. Ideally you want to get a debuff on the first one. And something to mention here is that Diggatsby, if Diggatsby gets the Scorching Sand debuff, it becomes a beast. If it doesn't, it's just a very XL Pokemon that does not hit hard. We are shielding here because we have no other way to deal with this. I'm assuming once we put them in Hydro Cannon range, we can swap out because we have to bait out the Dunsparce. But usually with Wiggly, it's like a Drifblim, Mud Slapper, or double Mud Slaps. So our backline should be a good backline against no matter what they have. But since they are shielding, I can tell you that there is a Dunsparce pretty much. We get to the third move, and this will put us like in a very good situation because we do need to land this, and that doesn't KO because again we are debuffed. So what's the play now? The play now is we throw the Fire Punch if we can, and since we can't, we just no shield, and I think we go Feraligatr and we throw on 5 just to make sure that the charm won't register, and we are using a Shadow Gator with a Crunch. Okay, let me edit that 1 second. So you run Crunch on the Shadow, you run Ice Beam on the non-Shadow. Why Crunch on the Shadow? It's just like in Toxapex matchup is a bit awkward, but like usually like you could say that a neutral Crunch does almost the same damage as resisted Hydro. That's because Hydro is so busted. And there is the Mud Slapper. We know that there is a Kanto Marowak in the back, so we see like CGYFlamesFan is over farming and then swapping out because he knows that there is a Kanto Marowak in the back. Opponent staying in, which should tell. Shielding the Earth Power is good, but this Pokemon is just so tanky. You don't care to shield. Like, look how much this will do. If this is Azu will be like in the red now. And oh wait, never mind. It's a Drifblim. So which move is better to throw? The answer is Nightshade. We're gonna get to 2. Oh my, what a play! Look at that. They like CGYFlamesFan knows their Corsola, and they know that they can tank that. That's why they are a 3500 ELO battler. See guys, like he built up to, they build up the two and then throw them back to back. I think like them knowing that they do live with 1 HP is just says how good they are. That was a sick play. Okay, moving into the next game. We are stuck in the queue for now. And these battles are like, I think they play on iPad, I'm assuming, because the screen is a bit wide. Malamar in the lead. How do we play the Malamar in the lead? Eventually, you wanna switch because this thing has superpower, but in the meantime, we can just no shield and go straight for the scorching stab. This is superpowered. We'll do like put Diggatsby at half, but usually like they bait the first one. Malamar is the only Pokemon where the bait is more expensive than the nuke. And in neutral matchups, Foul Play and Superpower do the same amount of damage technically, but when you need to Superpower is the better, but you can't insta Superpower. That's the main thing. Now, what do? Well, we get Outpace to the move, and I am sure we live the Superpower. I played this matchup, and we actually do live the Superpower with like a couple HP. They bring in Azu, and then we have to go to the Feraligatr, and this is actually not a bad matchup for the Gator, because Gator's Shadow is much better against the Azu, especially when shields are up. Amazing timing. Look at that, guys. That was a sick timing. The Hydro Cannon here is going to do like 10-20%. Sorry, did I say 10? Sorry, 15 to 20%. And the thing about this matchup is that the Shadow Claw damage does so much at the end, and all you need to do is just keep shielding. And the Azu counter the Feraligatr if we invest 2 shields. With this team, you do want to invest on the Feraligatr. So you're going to keep farming, throwing good timing as much as possible. What do we do now? The answer is we keep farming. Feel these charge moves, and they are in 1 Hydro Cannon range, so we're just gonna need to throw on 3 if they let us. If they don't, we have to shield and then over farm again. We do live the Hydro, but to be honest, this is so worth the shield because we're gonna grab both shields. Just trust. What do we do now? We're just gonna, I think he's going for the catch. Okay, we snuck in an entire Astonish, so we're gonna tank a Foul Play. It's super effective, but watch how much it does. Watch how much it does. That's a super effective move, by the way. It barely did half. So now they are up 2 shields, but what could they do? Like, what could they have? Okay, there is the Clodsire. I think we are in an awkward situation, but we can just keep farming because they have to EQ here, and throwing good timing here is decent for us. And this Nightshade, I don't think it does that much damage, but it's a good move, by the way. If it doesn't do that much damage, that's because this Pokemon is just like extremely bulky. They are trying to overfarm because they know that the Gator in the back is so loaded, and they know that one of these charge moves will KO, so they can just farm as much as possible. And now since they are throwing, we know that they can't stack an EQ and a Sludge. So if this is an EQ, they need to undercharge, otherwise we're gonna outpace. So what do we do now? As long as they don't catch, we should be fine. They did not catch the first move, and now I think they need one more Mudshot for the Sludge. So ideally someone will catch here, as we all know. And oh, okay, both were trying to catch, both. I think we lose because if they don't have the move, we win. If they have the move, we lose. We see the Poison Sting. That means they don't have the move, and this is actually a sick win. I thought like there is no way we win this game. Okay, 1 for the shield and 1 for the knockout, and that was an amazing gameplay. Well played, FlamesFan. Yep. Feraligatr is loading on the Hydro, taking out the Clodsire and took out the Azu. 2 shields as well. One of the 2 shields were taken by the Corsola, and Corsola like tanked 2 moves. Chespin to win. I wonder who's that player. So Chespin to 1 loves to play Cresselia and Mandibuzz. Okay, there comes the Mandibuzz. Good thing we see it in the lead, and the problem with this team is that we are triple weak to the Mandibuzz. If we win this matchup, that shows how good these Pokemons are. If we lose, like, look at this, we are triple weak to Mandibuzz. We're supposed to be hardcore broken by this. If this is a popular YouTuber, they would say, look, Niantic is trying to hard counter me with these algorithms. Look, I can't believe they just, nobody out of nowhere, someone is using Mandibuzz because it works against my entire team. But FlamesFan here is like, they are going for their win condition. Swap the Feraligatr, throw these Hydro Cannons because they never give up. Hydro Cannon after Hydro. Ideally, you want to build up to the Ice Beam, but everyone knows that the Shadow if you build to the Ice Beam, they will shield it. So, okay, let me pause here. So if you see how FlamesFan is playing it, they never built to the Ice Beam. Why? If you build to the Ice Beam, you bait, they will shield. But in these situations, we don't want them to shield. We want them to know that this is Hydro Cannon. Why? Because if they shield, this is a core breaker for our team. If they shield, that means it will stay healthier for longer in the fight. We don't want that to happen. We want to get rid of this, so we just throw these Hydro Cannons, and we tell them this is not Ice Beam, you don't need to shield it. So think of it that way. And this, as you can see, they did not invest in shield and then the Mandibuzz. Because if you take a look at it, it's like, okay, if they shield, what's going to happen? We're going to get wrecked. We don't want them to shield the Mandy. Now we can just quick attack this thing all the way down. Watch. So what FlamesFan did here is that they took advantage of something that they are core broken by. Look, yeah, they lost some health, but they are loaded on energy. And usually when people have Mandibuzz, that means they just don't have another Diggersby answer. So they might have an Azu, but that's pretty much it. And look, they have a Gastrodon or a Quagsire. As you can see, this thing is so loaded that we actually don't care about getting countered by Quagsire. If the opponent so far is just omega strong against our backline. So what do we do here? We're going to try to catch an Aqua Tail. They get the catch. So we're cooking now. We moved from getting core broken by Mandibuzz into core broken by Quagsire. And now we sort of have a play against them. So what do we do here? We need to throw in good timing. Good timing here is 5. It's like basically odd numbers, but we get it on 5. The question is, do we shield? The answer is yes, we have to shield. Like, we're not gonna let the Diggersby take care of this. And that was a bait. They get the bait. I mean, Chespin to win is known for baiting, right? And especially when we have 2 shield. But we can't afford, like, losing more HP. Remember that, guys. That did not KO, but you know what will KO? The Astonish after. And look at that. Look at the way they played it, okay? Do you guys remember when I told you Chespin to win is known for running Cressa and Mandy? I swear I don't know this matchup. Now we see a Psychic and we saw the Mandy in the lead. So here's the thing. Let's recap this game. We were core broken by Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz beats every Pokemon in this team. We moved to a situation where we have 2 Pokemons and they only have 1 Pokemon. Those 2 Pokemons have an entire charge move, and the second Pokemon almost have half a charge move. How did we move from being core broken by 1 Pokemon into actually like putting the opponent at a very defensive situation? See, guys, that's what we call it, play phenomenally. No mistakes, okay? And energy management. We landed the Nightshade, and now we can actually just Astonish all the way down. And see, we just win. That was a sick play, by the way. Moving into the next game, we're playing ABC Doyle. And let's see what they do. Diggersby into Wigglytuff. As we saw in the band before, this thing is another core breaker. This team has too many core breakers, and we are yet to lose a single game. That's how strong Corsola is. That would be the title. But ideally, we know that's how strong, how sick FlamesFan is, right? Like, if you can beat all these code breakers, either the team is too busted or the trainer is too busted. There is no other option. They are shielding. That's expected from Wiggly players. They just double shield the lead and charm everything down. But we saw that this is actually what we want to see, because now we're just going to keep throwing good timing and throw these Scorching Sands. Last time opponent double shield. I don't think this opponent will double shield, because it shouldn't do that much damage. And look at that. Look at that debuff. Diggersby is clutching with these debuffs. We can just go straight for the Scorching Sand. They refuse to throw on anything but good timing. See, guys? They had the chance to throw the window. They had a window to throw on bad timing to make sure that we throw before them. But no, it's like, no. Let's throw on good timing. They are debuffed, so the Icy Wind here does not KO. Oh, that was a Swift. They didn't even have Icy Wind. I don't know what I'm talking about. And we won the 1. Now we can just actually aggressively swap. We get to the Fire Punch. Well, to be fair, there is no reason to aggressively swap. But I would aggressively swap, because we have 2 Shadow Claw. We have 2 Ghost Pokemons in the back. By Ghost, I mean like Shadow Claw is Ghost damage, right? We go to the Corsola because it's going to just destroy this Pokemon, as we double the resist counter and we do super effective Astonish. We don't need to shield the Rage Fist first. Look at that. Look how much this super effective charge move will do. 40%. That's how busted Corsola is. They have the Dunsparce. This is tough now. We needed the Diggersby, but I don't think the Diggersby with that health could have done anything. What's the play here? Drill run. Don't shield. What do we do now? We spam hydro cannons. We need to get to 3 hydro cannons. If we can get to 3 hydro cannons, I think we should be fine. If we don't get to 3 hydro cannons, we will be in a tough situation. So what do we do now? We're gonna throw the first one, and then do one, then throw. We have to shield. I think it will come to a DRE, but if the opponent swap and catch, that will be annoying for us. So we're just gonna do one, then throw. Maybe if they try to, like, I don't know, swap, then they get one turn swap, then we have a chance to throw another move. But we can actually just blindly swap, because they will try to swap, right? And we know that the Rage Fist does not KO, so we can go for the full farm down. Or if you're counting, like, FlamesFan, you can just throw it, and because you know you're counting, and you do live a drill run comfortably, you can just go straight for the power gem. And look at that. Who thought this team is weak to Wiggly? Who thought this team is weak to Dawn Spots? They had both. And look at that. Look at the Galarian Corsola chatting. You know what chatting mean? That's basically what Galarian Corsola is doing here. It's a chatting, and they go back to League. And this power gem should be enough to take them out. And that was a good game. Impressive play by CGYFlamesFan. Wait, is that DFH? Yeah, that's DFH. DFH is one of the best players in the entire world. One of the most dominant players as well. Azu in the lead. How do we play the Azu in the lead? I think we have to swap to Gator and throw on 5. Or like on 8. Ideally, you want to throw on 8. They swapped, so now we can throw on 147 because that reset the timing. And this Hydro Cannon is... okay, I think we win the 1, but we don't win the 2. Gastrodon wins the 2, but we win the 1. But remember that we get couple of Shadow Claws in the lead. So now we have the upper hand because we decide how this matchup is going to be played. Since they know shielded, we can just double shield if we want. Remember that they did not shield. Now they shielded. But the question is, do we want to flip switch? We know that this is a body slam. There is no way they would earth power that, right? So we do live the body slam, and then we can just do one Shadow Claw and take them, and that's not going to take them out, but we walk away with a shield advantage. What do we do here? We go to Diggersby and we farm them all the way down, and now we're just going to, I think, to shield the Corsola for the win. Earth power, who cares? You know, who cares? We quick attack down. They bring in the Azu. I think we can throw a move and swap. No. Oh wait, Corsola into Talonflame. So what do we do here? I think we still go straight Nightshade, by the way. Yes, Power Gem will one-shot them, but we don't want to one-shot them. We want to kill them and then leave with energy. We want to leave with energy. Now they shielded, so we can actually just double shield here. Because this thing is going to do more damage than the Azu, and we actually do need to get rid of this as soon as possible. So what do we do? I think we just throw when we get to the move. We get it in 3, so that's... okay, they made it easier for us, because now we can just shield, do 1 then throw, or do 3 then throw. The Nightshade. But the thing is, we're taking more damage. That's the main thing. Okay. We're just going for the Power Gem, because we want to preserve as much health as possible. So CJ Flames playing phenomenally. Not gonna lie. So that means, like, by throwing on that timing... like the Incinerate just does not register, and now we build up, and then we go to Diggersby and we're gonna throw. So why did we do this? Because now we have the chance to get a Scorching Sand debuff. If we get a Scorching Sand debuff, that will put us like at some sort of an advantage. So one then throw, the Scorching Sand. If we get a debuff, I think there is a chance that we will be able to get to another Scorching Sand. But that means they might be able to bubble us down. But yes, we should still live that. Do we get the debuff? We get the debuff. That was sick debuff. I think we still commit to the nuke. We do commit, and they insta-throw, as you can see, because they can't take more damage. And now it's all up to the Corsola versus the Azu. If our Corsola is very bulky, I think we should be fine. If it's not very bulky, I think there might be a problem. We might die to the Player of... I don't know how much Player of does, but I'm assuming similar to the Licky Tongue. And this is almost the Player of range, But the question is, do they have it? Now they have it. I think we should survive with 1 HP, like couple HPs. Let's see. We should survive. Easy tank. Corsola is a beast. That's the title of the video. Easy tank. Corsola is a beast. 3500 ELO. Players by CGYFlamesFan. That was a sick game. I think that was the last battle. Yeah, that was the last battle. And that was a 5-0 to clutch it and going to 3500. I think they can now just call it a season and camp at 3500 maybe. That was like, we had some sick games, not gonna lie. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Thank you so much everyone for watching. Thank you so much CGYFlamesFan for the high ELO and amazing gameplay. Not gonna lie, I don't mind watching these battles for like 3 days in a row, because like we're watching phenomenal gameplay here and there, you know. The battles were sick. Even opponents were playing like their best. But hey, Corsola were able to clutch some games. Shadowgetter clutched some, and Diggersby clutched some. But to be honest, the start of the show is 100% Galarian Corsola, and that's why you need a Galarian Corsola. If not for this season, for next season, 100%. Thank you so much everyone for watching. Thank you so much CGYFlamesFan for sending me these amazing battles. If you like the video, make sure to leave a like. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.